Okay, everybody. Hey, this is Casey at Wall to Wall Country. And we normally don't do this. We normally don't have two artists. But today is a very special day because we wanted to have the opportunity to speak with an artist who's coming to our venue this Saturday, December 17th. Mr. Chris Janson is on the phone. Hey, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Hey, we're so excited to have you here. Singer, songwriter, BMI songwriter, a winner. You've definitely got some notches in your belt, Chris, and we're so excited to have you come back to the venue here at Penn's Peak. Looking forward to seeing the show itself. Can you tell us a little bit about what people can expect at the show on Saturday night?
Absolutely. You can expect a good time, number one, and we keep it clean, classy, and fun. I write on my own songs, sing on my own songs, and whether they're hits that people know me for under my own name or hits that I've written for my friends, nonetheless, hit songs and a lot of sing-alongs, and it's a good time, really it is. And you can expect some ups and downs. It's basically like a roller coaster ride full of emotions during a show, and we're going to hit the highs and the lows everywhere in between.
Now, do you guys follow a pretty strict format when you're doing your shows, or do you sometimes wing it? How do you guys do your shows?
Yeah, I don't follow any kind of format whatsoever.
Okay, no playlist. You just kind of do what feels right.
Yeah, I just write a bunch of songs down and just feel whatever the crowd's feeling.
Do you take actual requests from the crowd, Chris?
Not so much.
Okay.
I mean, if I did that all night, then I do it every now and again. But if I did that all night, then it would just be stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. So,
sure.
I guess that would be the only structural part about it.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Now, you've got a brand new tune out right now called Holding Her, and it's a little story about how you met your wife. Can you elaborate on that just a little for our audience?
Yeah, you bet. So I'm a dad and a husband and a Christian, and the most happy husband you've ever met, I can promise you that. I wrote that song about my bride, and from seeing her for the first time to the engagement to getting married, to having children, to becoming a dad, and I'm also a stepdad, two great bonus kids. And, my life has been chalked up full of blessings, and that has been the greatest one thus far. And that song is the oldest song on the Buy Me a Boat record, which is the album I put out this past year. And, it's very true. I always tell people, if you want to know a real in-depth, if you want to know really in-depth who I am, Holding Her would be the song to listen to. And now that it's get played on the radio so much and climbing through the 20s on the charts, such a huge blessing.
That's awesome. And it's nice when you guys are writing the songs and they're coming from the heart. They're not just words thrown together when they mean something. Are you finding that people are reaching out to you on some of your musics and maybe that one in particular about how they're relating to it?
Oh, absolutely. There are kids in bonus kid T-shirts, and people are getting engaged on stage and at shows and meet and greets, and it's just a really amazing thing. When you see a song translate like that with other people in their lives, and you don't set out for that at the beginning, that's what makes it so special. And it certainly has surpassed every dream and goal and level I ever thought it would. I always thought it would be a big song, but it's shockingly awesome how it affects different people's lives, man, and I get to see it on the forefront, and pretty amazing thing.
Well, it sounds like it's something that's going to possibly take some awards in the future, and kind of have a little tip the hat to that one for one of your songs that you have out there. You've produced and written for so many other artists and things, and one of yours that's a favorite of mine, I'm a big country girl, is Buy Me a Boat. I just think that song is so awesome. Now, how did that one come along? Because that is the title of your album, and
yep.
I just love the story behind it. But is that something from a personal experience, or is that just something you kind of came up with?
Thank you, first of all. Second of all, it's certainly very true to life. However, I just came up with it. My co-writer and I just came up with it, just kicking around. I've been listening to Hank Jr. all morning, and wanted to write something that was kind of Hank Jr.-esque, or something that I just love, frankly. And that's what we came up with, Buy Me a Boat. And I just started picking that little melody, and everything kind of fell into place. That was a quick song to write, and turned out to be a gigantic hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's the name of your tour, it's the name of your album, and the name of a great song. So kudos to you. I mean, sometimes you work so hard at something and you think that's going to be it, and then you do something that kind of comes naturally, and that tends to be, the bigger impression on people, which is interesting sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I was not looking for Buy Me a Boat success when I found it. I can tell you, and it's been pretty sweet.
Real quick, Chris, can you give me a wink, wink, nudge, nudge of what's in Chris Janson's current future coming up in 2017? Something that your fans can look forward to?
Oh, absolutely. I'm teaming with a really very successful artist. I wish I could tell you exactly who at the moment. However, I can't until January, which is right around the corner, by the way.
Sure.
However, you should keep watching my website because the tour announcement's about to come out, and it's going to be a really big tour. It's going to be the tour to see next year. And I'm working on new music. I just started cutting my new record last week, and I'll have a new record out in the new year to follow it to Buy Me a Boat. And those are the two freshest things that are happening. And also, for people who are listening and tuning in, you can catch a few of my other songs on the radio, not just Holding Her, not just Buy Me a Boat, but I have a top 5 headed towards number 1 on Tim McGraw right now called That's How I'll Always Be. And,
sure.
So just keep on requesting the songs, and we appreciate you giving me a job. It means the world.
Well, I always say, it's a two-way street, Chris. If it weren't for DJs playing your music, you guys would be out of business. But if it weren't for you guys, artists, creating the music and giving us something to play, we wouldn't have a job. So it's a two-way street, my man.
We certainly appreciate it in this house, and it means the world to us.
Well, we're going to continue doing that for you and honoring your music and getting it out there because we have an audience that loves your music. Plus, we're internet, so it's playing all over the world. One last quick thing, and I'll cut you loose. You mentioned about your website. You want to throw out there how people can reach out to you, whether it's the social medias or the website. What's the best way for people to find you, Chris?
It's chrisjanson.com, CHRISJANSON.com. It's the easiest, and that'll lead you all the social media platforms, whether it be Twitter, or Instagram, or Snapchat, or whatever, Facebook, whatever tickles your fancy. That's where they all are, and you can start there.
People can find ways to get your music from there as well, or go to all the electronic versions, the iTunes,
Absolutely.
the Spotify.
You can go anywhere electronically you want to go from there. There's a link to everything, and you can also buy the record on there. And I may even get really smart on people and put directions to your local Walmart on there. You never know.
Very nice. A little wink, wink, nudge, nudge there. I like it.
That's right.
Chris, is there anything you want people to look forward to when you come to Penn's Peak this Saturday night? Is there something, you want to just throw out there for listening audience who are on the fence about buying a ticket?
I certainly do. If you're on the fence, well, just get off the fence. That's easy. Number 2, believe me, it's fun. Number 2, just always show up with a good attitude, wanting to have a good time and wanting to participate. That's the biggest thing I can ask of listeners and of concert goers. Just if you're going to a concert, no matter if it's me or anybody else, go to participate and be a part of it, because it means so much to the artist, especially an artist like myself.
Well, those are good words of advice, and we're going to get this out there and let people know that there are some tickets still available for your show. This is coming up at the Penn's Peak venue Saturday night, December 17th, and as a matter of fact, in just a little while, I'm going to give away a set of tickets for your show. So folks are listening to the interview right now, stay tuned to Penn's Peak Radio, because we've got some tickets that we're going to hand out and get more people, and I'm going to tell them the only way they get the tickets if they promise to participate. How's that, Chris?
I love it. That's the best way to sell them.
Well, listen, safe travels, my friend. Thank you so much for checking in to the Wall to Wall Country Show today. Appreciate your participation in my show, and looking forward to see you Saturday night. Safe travels, my man.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too, sir. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.